Hey guys, welcome to M&MM IELTS. Today's video is about IELTS writing, as in letter writing. So I will be sharing a sample answer about a letter that I've written. So if you're aiming for band 8, a perfect band 8, this letter is definitely for you because I've written it in a way that you can get your perfect score. Now, what I'll be doing is first I'll share the question, then I'll share that the mindset you need to have when you want to tackle the letter writing, and then obviously I'll share the sample answer as well and as to why have I written it that way. Let's get started. So the first things first, let us first look at the question and understand the question, understand what is expected out of us so that we don't miss a single point, because if we miss anything in like while writing our letter, we will definitely not get our desired score, right? First things first, let us understand the situation. You missed an international flight due to a problem at the airport. Now, so that means there is a lot of complaint and all that sort of a mindset that you need to have because something bad has happened. You've missed your international flight, which is terrible. And that was because of the problem at airport. So you've not missed the flight because you were late or you didn't look at things properly. It's because of the problem at the airport. You have to understand that. Next is write a letter to the airline. So you're writing the letter to the airline. And what all points do we need to discuss in our letter? First, describe what happened that caused you to miss your flight. So you have to describe the situation, I would say. Next, explain how missing your flight impacted you. So your feelings, like like that incident, what did it do to you? That thing you have to express. Next is clearly state what you would like the airline to do. So then you have to set your expectation. What do you expect from the airline to do in order to fix this mess, I would say. Write at least 150 words. You do not need to write any addresses. So we will not be writing any addresses like, this is the place I was staying or I'll have to be there and etc. Because we don't want to waste our word count, and they've been very specific that we don't need to cover it and we have to write at least 150 words. So we will write 150 words for sure because they have said at least, which means we should not be writing less than 150 words. A little more than 150, let's say 151, 2 is fine. Okay. Now, let us look at the sample answer. All right. So first things first, because I am talking to an airline, obviously I cannot talk straight away to the owner of the airline. You will talk to their customer service team, right? That is how you reach out to a company. So let's write the letter to the customer service team so that we can talk to them and resolve this matter. Dear customer service team, all right, I've done my greetings. I'm writing to inform you about an unfortunate incident that led to the missing my international flight with your airline on this date, June 3rd, 2024. Straight to the point. No beating around bushes. No talking about anything else. There is a reason you are writing this letter, and you have to start from that very reason. The examiner, when they read your letter, after reading the first line, the examiner should be like, yes, the student has understood the situation and they have targeted straight to the situation. That is the real example of a good writing. You start straight to the point. So you've written that the incident was unfortunate, you're not happy about it, and then obviously what was the incident? That you've missed your international flight and you've given them a date, because if you don't give them basic details, how will they, trace, and how will they track, and how will they help you, right? So you want to give them basic details. Now, because we know that this was an unfortunate incident, now we need to start explaining them what happened. And we all know that the question said things were delayed at the airport, problem at the airport. So we need to start straight from there. Upon arrival at the airport, I encountered a significant delay at the check-in counter due to a system outage. First thing, airport, straight away start from airport. That I was at the airport, this is what happened. All right, there was a system outage, check-in delayed, and that's why the things got problematic. Now, this disruption not only extended my waiting time but also caused a backlog, resulting in a rushed security screening process. So obviously there was a long line because of this outage. People were not able to do their check-in. I was not able to do my check-in. This disruption, this delay, and then you have to rush for your security, because if you've been to an airport before, you know that after checking, the next thing is you have to go and do your security check. So you've explained the process to them. Next paragraph. As a consequence of this delay, I was unable to board flight SW245 to Zurich. Now, again, you've given them basic details that this was the flight number, this is where my flight was going, and I was not able to board the flight because of this disruption, which was particularly distressing. I'm very clear that I'm not happy, as I had important commitments awaiting me. So I had to be somewhere. Even if you don't have to be somewhere, even if you're going for a holiday, but this is the last thing you want, missing your flight. So you have to explain them that you're not happy at all. Missing this flight has resulted in additional expenses for a last minute rebooking, obviously, because now you have to be somewhere, you have to be in an event. So you have to make your bookings again, you have to do all your scheduling again, and an overnight stay, not to mention the inconvenience of rescheduling my meetings. So now you've expressed the level of disappointment you have because of the experience you've gone through with the airline. You have to reschedule your meetings, you have to make your bookings again, and obviously your flight is after a few hours, so you have to have an overnight stay. So all these additional expenses you're not happy about, and you've expressed it all. So this is your feeling that you're going through right now because of the inconvenience caused. Next, given these circumstances, I kindly request you that your airline reimburse me for the extra costs incurred and consider providing me a travel voucher. Now, I have seen a lot of students, what they would do is, in these cases, they will start using a lot of negative words and they will start using abusive language because they are in the complain mode. Don't do that. Never ever do that in your IELTS writing. You're not there to show the examiner that you can swear, that you can use abusive language in English. No, we don't want to prove that. We have to use our head that we are there in an exam. We have to show that we are proficient in that language. And when we want to express that, we have to use good words. We have to use vast and wide range of vocabulary, which is enough to express gratitude, sorrow, anger, any sort of feeling. You don't need to be abusive or you don't need to swear. So I'll start that line again. Given these circumstances, I kindly request you, so I'm requesting that your airline reimburse me for the extra cost. Obviously, whatever extra money I've spent, I want that back, like a refund incurred, and consider providing a travel voucher for future use as a gesture of goodwill. Now, gesture of goodwill, a very common term which is used by customer service because it's like a voucher. You know, they're giving you this voucher for future, like let's say $100 voucher for your future. Maybe you can use it for food at airport, for your coffees, etc. That's just to express that, okay, we are sorry for the inconvenience caused. It was not something that was in our control, but we do admit that it was a problem and hence we want to say sorry and we will give you this card. Just makes the customer happy, right? I appreciate your attention to this matter and I look forward to your response. So this is something you write to conclude your letter, because when your examiner is reading your letter, every word that you write should be an indication to something. When you write "Dear Customer Service Team," that's an opening that you've directed to the customer service team. Then the first line is straight about the incident. Then you've expressed your feelings. Then you've expressed what all problems you've gone through. You've also expressed how you want this matter to be solved, and that is you want the voucher, you want reimbursement, which is synonym of refund. So it is good to use little uncommon words like reimbursement rather than using refund or I want my money back. Don't say I want my money back. We are here to get 8 bands. Say reimbursement. And then at the end, you've said that this was the matter, but I look forward to your response, which means you've concluded your letter and the examiner knows that there is no further content after this. And sincerely, Mohit. So because it's a letter, I want to make sure that I'm concluding my greetings and everything is done with respect in a decent language, and that's how you get your desired score. I hope this letter writing video was helpful, and if there's anything else you're struggling with in IELTS, put that in the comment section below and we are more than happy to make videos on those topics. All the best.